Hello, in this short video, we're going to have a review of the Tr3dent Transformation Accelerator Strategic Planning SaaS Platform. First of all, we're going to go through a couple of slides really quickly and then get into the product and show you some examples of how the product is used. But overall, what is our product doing? It's delivering success to our clients through improved team and business performance. And it does this by helping the teams to drive effective, structured collaboration, generating knowledge, and being able to communicate in a more consistent way across the organization. So the problem we're looking at solving is that with projects and with managing different activities, it isn't an easy task. And in many cases, organizations use whatever tools they've got in front of them. And this leads to difficulties in terms of planning, organization. It also leads to difficulties in poor collaboration and confused communications, and really a lack of understanding between different parties involved in the project. And one of the fundamental issues that happens in this type of an environment is that there's no single source of the truth, and this causes many issues. So within our product, what we're doing is we're enabling business leaders to be able to build the structure and the strategies they need, have that structured collaboration, create plans, build trust, and share knowledge in an effective and a consistent way across the teams and across different types of data. Now, we do this by providing a single view of the truth through our SaaS platform, which is updated in real time, supports teams, role-based access control, and it allows different people to visualize different aspects within the key work plans and activities that are underway. So those could be anything from items from a high-level strategic perspective, right down to elements such as new business models, process planning, detailed project planning, and so on. So how do we do this? Well, we do this by providing a single platform that collaborates and enables a large amount of information to come together. So our platform, Transformation Accelerator, contains a range of tools and capabilities that enable organizations and teams to do a multitude of different aspects, but they do this in an integrated way. And it also, we're not trying to replace existing applications such as the Jiros, the Trellos, the Miros of the world. In fact, we actually integrate with them to be able to pull those content into a single source that it makes an effective use for users to plan and organize their data more effectively. And especially when you're working in a team environment and also remotely, where you want to be able to work in a structured way. Our product has been recognized by Gartner as one of the key platforms in the area of strategy, innovation, business ecosystems. And this really encourages our teams and our organizations to show how the product can be used effectively across a number of different types of use cases. And we'll see those in a moment. One of the aspects on the product is that we don't just provide a series of features and functionality. We also provide a wide range of examples, case studies, assistance, and templates to guide people through the project and through the work that they're working on and the sharing of that information. This can be done through, a step-by-step process, or companies can customize the tool themselves to meet their own specific needs and choose what information they want to be displayed, effective and relevant for that particular project. All of this is done up on our cloud, our SaaS-based platform that can be accessed basically through any browser. It's hosted up, as I said, on Microsoft Azure, and from a security point of view, we're ISO certified. So data security is a key aspect from our perspective. We have some strong market traction in terms of large numbers of different users and companies using our product for a range of different use cases. And in many cases, we work in collaboration with trade associations and organizations where they've got teams of people from multiple companies in multiple time zones working in real time in our product. So what I think next we can do is let's go and have a look at the product and go through a very simple little project. So I've just moved to Transformation Accelerator and I'm accessing this through my browser. So within here, we're going to pick one of these project here. So each of these elements that we're looking at here, the project consists of basically the container that's used to capture the information. Within here, the project, we've got the ability to copy, export, share with different users. We can create templates. We can define teams. So there's a high level of flexibility in terms of being able to understand, to define who gets access to what within the product. From the content perspective of the project, it defines essentially this is the table of contents, and this can be structured through templates, or people have the ability to create their own structure as well. One of the other elements that's really important is that within our product is the concept of stakeholders. So stakeholders are these key aspects that exist at a high level within the project, and it allows you to define these either first through a list format or also look at how these stakeholders are used across the entire project. And we're going to come back to this in a moment, but the same is also true for products and services. So looking at the project overview, one of the important things that we've found in the success in using our tool is that our teams are able to storyboard their particular work and bring that to life in a way that can be consumed and understood by their users. So in this situation, this is a project which involved collaboration between multiple companies, and they wanted to first understand what was the vision, the problem statement, the drivers, and then looking at further details about the business model and the ecosystem. Each of these little cards is very much like a PowerPoint slide, but it's structured to capture specific information. And we refer to these as modules. At any stage, a user can add a new module, and that module will allow them to capture content that's specific related to potentially things such as strategic planning, product ideation, project activities and risks. So that could be anything from capturing user stories that you want to put into a Kanban for integration with a product like Jira, or to generate a work breakdown structure that you use to want to generate a Gantt chart or things like that as well. So there's a wide range of modules available that come standard, but also users and companies can import their own data structures within here to use within the product as well. But if we look at this as well, we'll also see that there's stakeholders assigned. But where we want to get into is let's just pick, for example, the business model. So within the business model, most people, when they're working on this, would do so probably within PowerPoint. And within PowerPoint, they'd actually just create boxes. However, what we've done is we've integrated this with the best practices associated with the business model canvas. And it allows us to be able to, our users to assign stakeholders, to add specific color tags. But also it enables you to filter and say, well, I want to look at those items now that are relevant for ecosystem partners. So to be able to filter and select those items are really important. The product allows you to navigate between the different modules, even using the navigator, or on the right-hand side, we can click in the bottom right and go to the next module. In this module, this is a visual representation of an ecosystem diagram that was developed by this team. And what they wanted to show was at a high level, what are the key interactions that exist between the stakeholders. Now, again, these stakeholders are defined, and within the product, it allows you to, drag in a stakeholder or create your own. You can create linkages. Within those linkages, you can actually say, well, this type of an interaction is a product or service, or maybe I want it to be a financial interaction. And when you've defined those, then with the team in collaboration to be able to understand. And the other thing I should point out and mention again is this allows real-time collaboration. So multiple people can be working on the product at the same time, to be able to reflect and update this. And it's perfect from a collaboration perspective. But it also allows you to filter. So you can actually filter and say, well, actually, I want to look in this particular diagram. I want to see those aspects that how are the products and services going to be delivered between the stakeholders. So you can see that, and sometimes that'll actually help highlight gaps as well. Or maybe you want to look at the financial aspects. So but the tool is very easy to use. We've specifically designed it to make sure that people using this are able to, coming from a kind of a Microsoft background and understanding, that type of level of information, and being able to then, click and be able to develop and enhance the content of the projects themselves. In this project, they also went through and they created things such as, little process flow diagrams where they were able to define the flow of information. They were able to link these to external data sources. So one of the important things is being able to use data sources from elsewhere and to pull that information into the single view of the truth within the project. So this is one example of a project. And if we now go back to stakeholders, as stakeholders are being assigned throughout the project, it allows you to see how they're being used and to be able to visualize that. So if, for example, we go to something like the business model canvas and we look at the value propositions, we can actually see within this, by highlighting which stakeholders have been associated with that particular item. And this can be done for items such as process flows, such as goals, such as vision. So you're able to understand, okay, who have we not, like if I look at, for example, the partner drivers, what's driving this to be dependable? Who are the stakeholders we've associated with that? So this becomes a very visual and effective way of being able to communicate across all stakeholders. So this is one of a number of projects that are available, example projects. And what we've done is we've made many of these projects available within the tool for people to use. So hopefully this gave you a high-level overview of our product. Really excited about it. We're really happy with the way our customers are using it, and we're getting such positive feedback both from our customers and from our market analysts. So if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.